Guardians by Colton Dennis. When his 4 children are taken from him, Brian Dennis and his siblings must stop a man named Lord Doom. Will they stop him in time before something bad happens to his children? Part 1. 2023. Horses are trotting. Footsteps walking, then stop. A bow gets pulled out. The horses appear in the distance. An arrow fires, then hits rider number 4. The horses are trotting past. Colton Dennis appears, then looks. They're coming your way, said Colton. Both a katana and a machete are being sharpened. The horses are approaching. 2 figures jump over the horses, then swing their weapons. Both rider number 2 and number 3 are being decapitated. Both Bruce Dennis and Laura Dennis appear. Laura nods her head. Bruce raises a walkie-talkie. One more, brother, said Bruce. A sniper rifle gets loaded. The last horse trotting. A finger gets placed next to the trigger. The sniper rifle fires. Rider number 1 falls off the horse, then groans. He's down, but alive, said Brian Dennis appearing. We're coming, said Laura. Rider number 1 crawling. Footsteps approaching. Rider number 1. The sniper rifle cocks, then gets raised. Wait. Don't do it, said rider number 1. Tell me why I shouldn't, asked Brian. Because a twig snaps. Bruce, Colton and Laura appear. I know where they are. I'll take you there. All 4 of you, said rider number 1. Should we trust him? Asked Laura. He could be telling the truth, said Bruce. Or it could be a trap. But it's the closest we've been to finding them, said Brian. Either way, someone's gonna die. I think we should go, said Colton. Get on your feet, asshole, said Bruce. All 5 are walking. Do you think we'll find them? Asked Laura. Of course we will, said Brian. Colton stops, kneels, then looks back. All 4 kneel onto the ground. Do you see something? Asked Brian. Use your scope. Maybe 150 feet, said Colton. Brian looks through the scope of the sniper rifle. A fire appears, burning in the distance. What is it? Asked Laura. A camp. Are they there? Asked Bruce. Stay here. I'll check it out, said Colton. I'll go too. You'll need someone watching your back, said Laura. Brian and Bruce, stay here, said Colton. Just watch yourselves, said Brian. We will. Let's go, said Colton. Footsteps are walking. The fire crackling. Nothing's here, said Laura. Nope, but someone was. The tracks lead that way, said Colton. Should we call the others? Asked Laura. Yeah. Colton whistles. Footsteps approach. Let's get going, said Colton. So, where are they going? Asked Bruce. The tracks lead that way. Brian. They're alive, said Colton. How do you know? They could be hanging, said rider number 1. Bruce punches rider number 1. I just know. We will find them, said Colton. Footsteps walking. The moon shining. Cheering in the distance. Shh. Do you hear that? Asked Laura. This way, said Colton. The sacrifice has begun, said ride number 1. All 5 start running then. Stop. Another fire appears in the distance again. Madison Dennis, Zachary Dennis, Mason Roberts, and Shannon Dennis appear on a deck. Brian, set up in the tree. We'll be fine down here. Go, now, said Colton. Brian climbs up the tree. All 3 pull out their weapons. The sacrifice begins, said Lord Doom appearing on the deck. Rider number 1 laughs. Bruce punches rider number 1. Rider number 1 falls onto the Ground. People appear on a tree deck. Cracking sound. Number 1 looks. Brian punches then throws man. Number 1 off of the tree deck. Woman number 1 looks. Brian smiles then swings the sniper rifle. Woman number 1 moves backwards then falls over the tree deck banister. Brian whistles. All 3 look up, nod their heads then walk away. People continue cheering. An arrow hits the rope. People look. The sniper rifle fires. The other ropes break. Kill them, said Lord Doom. People grabbing weapons then. Running towards all 3 of them. Both the katana and the machete are cutting people. Arrows continuously go into people's bodies. The sniper rifle continuously fires. Colton looks up at the deck, sees Lord Doom then runs towards him. Brian looks through the sniper rifle scope then sees Lord Doom. Gotcha, said Brian. Both an arrow and sniper rifle fire. The bullet splits the arrow. Lord Doom runs away. Don't let him get away, said Bruce. Colton chases Lord Doom. You won't catch me, said Lord Doom. Colton pulls out an arrow. Catch this, said Colton firing the arrow. An eerie sound. The arrow goes into Lord Doom's leg. Colton smiles. Rider number 1 swings a sword. Colton blocks with his bow. Go Lord Doom, said Rider number 1. Lord Doom limping. A door shuts. I have an idea, said Lord Doom. A book being grabbed then being opened. Rider number 1 swings the sword. Colton ducks, sticks an arrow into Rider number 1's shirt then pins him into the wall. Stick around, said Colton running down the hallway. Lord Doom speaks a different language. Colton bangs onto the door. Lord Doom finishes speaking. The door breaks open. You're too late, said Lord Doom. You've lost Doom, said Colton, raising the bow and arrow. A grey color appears on Colton. Lord Doom laughs. Colton stares at Lord Doom then turns into a statue. Brian, Bruce and Laura appear as statues. Lord Doom approaches Colton's statue. Rider number 1 appears. What now, Lord Doom? Asked Rider number 1. Take these things away, said Lord Doom. And the hostages? Asked Rider number 1. Separate them, they won't remember anything. Same with the statues, said Lord Doom. Yes sir, said Rider number 1. This is the world I will rule. And no one will stop me, said Lord Doom laughing. 2027 4 years later. Footsteps are walking. Madison appears eating. Happy birthday, sweetheart. Here's your present, said Ryder. Madison opens the present. A medallion appears. Wow, I love it, especially the sniper on the medallion, said Madison. Well, follow me. I have another surprise, said Ryder. Both Madison and Ryder are walking. Ryder grabs a sniper rifle. Madison gasps. Is that for me too? Asked Madison. Yep. Happy birthday. Enjoy your day. I have to leave, said Ryder. Bye. My own sniper rifle, said Madison smiling. A car tires. Squealing then it stops. The driver door opens. Zachary appears, walks towards Cheryl then kisses her. Jeff appears then clears his throat. Hey you, what's up? Asked Zachary. First, I'm giving you 2 gifts. One is this, said Jeff. A medallion, thanks. And the other? Asked Zachary. It's in the trunk. But before you open it, the second thing, I need to leave for a while. So, be good and keep the house clean, said Jeff walking away. Nice medallion, said Cheryl. Thanks. And it has a katana on it. Let's see the other gift, said Zachary. The car trunk opens. Footsteps are walking. Mason appears looking into the bedroom, then closes the door. Dresser drawers continuously open. An envelope appears. Gets picked up, then gets opened. A medallion appears. Mine. Mason puts the medallion into his pocket, then sees a handle sticking out from underneath the bed. A machete gets pulled out. Yeah, said Mason. Glass smashes in the distance. Where the hell are you? Asked woman. Number 2. Mason puts the machete into a bag. The bedroom window opens. Mason crawls through the bedroom window. The bedroom door opens. Mason appears running down the street. Footsteps are walking. Shannon appears. Miss Shannon Doom. I have something. Please follow me into my classroom, said Mr. Fieldson appearing. What is it? Asked Shannon. I heard you say you liked crossbows, so I got you this, said Mr. Fieldson, showing a medallion. An archer? Thanks, Mr. Fieldson, said Shannon. No problem, and also, I have another gift. It's in my car. Let's go get it, said Mr. Fieldson. The trunk of Mr. Fieldson's car opens. A crossbow appears. No way. I've always wanted one, said Shannon, hugging Mr. Fieldson. No problem. Since it's heavy, I'll take you home, said Mr. Fieldson. Mr. Fieldson's car stops. Mr. Fieldson carrying the crossbow. Thank you, Mr. Fieldson, said Shannon. No problem, said Mr. Fieldson, walking towards his car. Mr. Fieldson's car starts, then drives away. Shannon walks into the house, knocking on the door. Did you forget some? The front door opens. Mason appears. Thing? Asked Shannon. Shannon Doom. Are you Shannon Doom? Asked Mason. Yeah. Who are you? Asked Shannon. Mason Robert. I'm your brother, said Mason. Part 2. You're my brother. No, I'm an only child. No brothers or sisters, said Shannon. You need to believe me. Why would I come to you and say that? Mason sees Shannon's medallion. Where'd you? Asked Mason, getting hit in the back of his head. Mr. Fieldson, said Shannon. I saw him coming. Who is he? Do you know him? Asked Mr. Fieldson. Shannon sees Mason's medallion. Yeah, I know him. But tie him up first, said Shannon. A car stops. The driver door opens, then shuts. Madison sees the sniper statue. Whoa! A sniper statue, said Madison. Zachary appears next to Madison. Yeah, they have 4 statues. A sniper, a katana, a machete and an archer, said Zachary. Have we met before? You look familiar, said Madison. You do too. I'm Zachary Newt, said Zachary. Madison Lee, you want to go get something to eat? Asked Madison. Sure. Let's go, said Zachary. Both Madison and Zachary are walking towards the mall. Mason groans. Are you all right? Asked Shannon. Yeah. Who hit me and why? Asked Mason. I did. Sorry about that. Hi, I'm Mr. Fieldson, said Mr. Fieldson. I'm Mason, and thanks for protecting her, said Mason. How do you know her? Asked Mr. Fieldson. I'm her brother, said Mason. He's your brother, said Mr. Fieldson. That's what he keeps saying. How are we related? Asked Shannon. We were separated. All 4 of us. Don't believe me. I know where our father is, said Mason. Do you believe him? Asked Mr. Fieldson. Yes and no, you said. And what for, and what? Who else is out there? Asked Shannon. Zachary Newt and Madison Lee. Our brother and sister, said Mason. Who separated us? Asked Shannon. Lord Doom, said Mason. Let's find them, said Shannon. I'll help too, said Mr. Fieldson. The more the merrier, said Mason. Both Madison and Zachary laugh. I feel like we're family. Ain't that weird? Asked Madison. I don't think so. Zachary sees Madison's medallion. Where'd you get that medallion? Asked Zachary. Madison raises her medallion. The sun reflects off the medallion, then hits the sniper statue. My guardian gave it to me, plus a sniper rifle, said Madison, lowering the medallion. The sniper statue breaks. Pieces of concrete falling onto the ground. Brian appears, looks around, then jumps off of the podium. Where am I? Lord Doom? I must find and kill him, said Brian, walking away. Weird. I got a katana on my medallion, said Zachary. The sun reflects off the medallion, then hits the katana statue. The katana statue breaks. Pieces of concrete falling to the ground. Laura appears. The katana gets pulled out. Lord Doom must die, said Laura, walking away. Footsteps are walking. Why can't we take a car? Asked Mr. Fieldson. Because I hate vehicles, said Mason. All three continue walking. Could I see your medallion? Asked Mr. Fieldson. Shannon hands her medallion to Mr. Fieldson. Mr. Fieldson looks at the medallion. The sun reflects off the medallion, then hits the archer statue. The archer statue breaks. Pieces of concrete falling to the ground. Colton appears. And quat, Doom, and quat, yelled Colton, firing the arrow. The arrow ricochets off of a pole, then goes through a car's windshield. Colton looks around, then sees the machete statue. Doom, you're gonna pay, said Colton. Ah, my car, said my number 3. Colton approaches, then grabs the arrow. Sorry, said Colton. Sorry for destroying my car, said my number 3. Yeah, but it looks better now, said Colton, walking away. Footsteps are walking. Hey kid, what are the medallions for? Asked Mr. Fieldson. To resurrect our father and 3 others, said Mason. How? Asked Shannon. I don't know, said Mason. Can I see your medallion? Asked Mr. Fieldson. Don't lose that, said Mason, handing his medallion to Mr. Fieldson. The sun reflects off the medallion, then hits the machete statue. The machete statue breaks. Pieces of concrete falling to the ground. Bruce appears. Doom will die, said Bruce, walking away. Both Madison and Zachary are walking in the parking lot. Hey, where's the statues? Asked Madison. Zachary sees Bruce walking in the distance, then runs towards his car. Madison follows Zachary. Get in, said Zachary. Engine rumbles. Tires squeal. What are you doing? Asked Madison. That guy is the one statue, said Zachary. No way, said Madison. Then why does he have a machete? And looks a lot like the statue? Asked Zachary. Bruce stops, then turns around. The car stops. He's looking at us, said Madison. The car gear shifts. Hang on, said Zachary, revving his car. The tires squeal. The car drives towards Bruce. Bruce moves. The car goes into a tree. Gas starts leaking from the car. Both Madison and Zachary are groaning. Doom's henchman, said Bruce, raising his machete. Footsteps are walking, then stop. Kneel, said Mason. Ain't that the one statue? Asked Shannon. What's he doing? Asked Mr. Fieldson. Mason sees Zachary. Zach, said Mason. Who? Asked Shannon. Our brother, stay here, said Mason, unzipping his bag. The machete gets pulled out of the bag. Bruce approaches the car, then swings his machete. Mason's machete collides with Bruce's machete. Doom's henchman, said Bruce, pushing Mason. Mason falls onto the road, then drops his machete. The machete slides. Bruce raises his machete. Again. An arrow hits Bruce's machete. The machete falls out of Bruce's hand. Bruce looks up. Hello, brother, said Colton. Colton. It's Doom's henchman, said Bruce. Look again, brother. Bruce looks back at Mason. It's our two nephews and niece, said Colton. I'm gratefully sorry, said Bruce. A fire starts. Both Bruce and Colton grab both Madison and Zachary. All three are running. The car explodes. Both Mr. Fieldson and Shannon approach. Wow, the statues, said Mr. Fieldson. Who's he? Asked Colton. A friend. The statues. Where are the other two? Asked Shannon. Footsteps are walking. A campfire burning. Teenagers appear drinking. Brian stops, sees the campfire, then has a flashback. Doom's henchman, said Brian. The sniper rifle cocks. Brian points the sniper rifle. Footsteps approaching behind Brian. Brian turns around, then points the sniper rifle. Laura appears. What are you doing, brother? Asked Laura. Doom's henchman. We're close, said Brian. Brother. They're teenagers, said Laura. Have you seen Bruce, Colton, or the kids? Asked Brian. Not yet. Let's head to the place where we started searching, said Laura. Both Brian and Laura walking away. I can't believe you're the statues, said Mr. Fieldson. Believe it, said Mason. So, if we're siblings, who are they? Asked Shannon. Those are our uncles, I believe, said Mason. Why are they here? Asked Zachary. Bruce turns around. To help, said Bruce. Help who? Asked Madison. You four, too. Tell you what really happened, said Bruce. What really happened? Asked Mr. Fieldson. Bruce goes to speak. Colton taps Bruce. We'll tell you once we find Brian and Laura, said Colton. Wait, I'm not leaving until I get answers, said Madison. All seven are arguing. Footsteps are walking. Brian stops. Shh! Yelling in the distance. That way. Quietly, said Brian. Both Brian and Laura are slowly walking, then kneel onto the ground. Brian looks through the sniper rifle scope. I think it's them, brother, said Laura. Brian sees Mr. Fieldson. A henchman, said Brian, loading the sniper rifle. The wind starts blowing. Colton looks around. Yelling fades. Colton pulls out his bow. Psst, a shooter, said Colton. Can you hit him? Asked Bruce. I'll try, said Colton. Mr. Fieldson steps backwards. The sniper rifle fires. Mr. Fieldson falls onto the ground. An arrow fires, then hits the ground next to Brian. I missed. All four laying on the ground. Stay here, said Colton, running into the woods. Brian grabs the arrow. A twig snaps. Both Brian and Laura raise their weapons. Colton appears. Colton, said Laura. I could have shot you, said Brian. It looks like I got you, said Colton, grabbing the arrow. All three see a cut on Brian's knee. Footsteps are walking. Who was it? Asked Bruce. Who do you think? Asked Colton. Both Brian and Laura appear. All four kids stand up. Well, we found them, said Bruce. Yeah, said Laura. Who are you? Asked Madison. I'm your father, Your 2 uncles and aunt, said Brian. I have a father, Lord Doom, said Shannon. That pathetic piece of shit. You know, I almost shoved an arrow up his, said Colton, being interrupted. Brian clears his throat. Lord Doom turned us into statues. But we're back to help and kill him, said Brian. No way. Wrong kids, said Zachary. Why do you think you 4 have such a strong bond? Weapons just like ours and medallions that look like us. Like a family, said Colton. It can't be true, said Shannon. Then who are you? Asked Brian. All 4 looking at each other in shock. Now accept it. Now, on to Doom and killing him, said Bruce. He's out of the country. He said, and quat. He's doing some work, and quat, said Shannon. Work? Asked Brian. Yeah, he worked with Mr. Fieldson a lot, said Shannon. What did he do? Asked Laura. Biology, I think. He experiments with people to cure cancer or something, said Shannon. Cancer, biology and experiments on people. Even? I'm stumped, said Laura. Where is this place? Asked Brian. He worked in the college laboratory, said Shannon. Get your weapons and let's go, said Brian. All 8 start running. What do you think? Doom's up too? Asked Colton. Whatever it is, it ain't good, said Laura. A college appears. There it is, said Shannon. Where's the lab? Asked Brian. That way, said Shannon. The laboratory door opens. All 8 are looking around. Look everywhere for anything, said Brian. All 8 are walking around. Zachary sees another door. Sign reads, and quat, private, and quat, private, and quat. Hey! What's in here? Asked Zachary. I don't know, said Shannon. The door opens. A giant tank appears. All 8 approach the giant tank. What's inside? Asked Shannon. Colton looks at a table. Test subjects, whispered Colton. All 8 continue looking at the giant tank. Bitter number 1 appears. He's drowning, said Shannon. Wait, said Mason. Shannon runs up the staircase next to the giant tank. All 7 look back at tank. Bitter number 1 is gone. Where'd he go? Asked Madison. A figure hits the tank wall. Bitter number 1 snarls. The tank glass cracking. All 7 step backwards. We need to leave, said Brian. The tank glass cracking more. The water slowly seeping out of the tank. Shannon, get down, said Laura, thudding against the tank. Shannon falls into the tank. All 7 run. The tank glass breaks. The water hits all 7 of them. Part 3. The entrance of the college door creaks, then breaks. The water pours outside. All 8 coughing. Is everyone all right? Asked Bruce, snarling behind all 8 of them. Bitter number 1 appears, then opens his mouth. Tentacles come out of bitter number 1's mouth. All 8 stepping backwards. An arrow goes into bitter number 1's head. Bitter number 1 falls onto the ground. What the hell is that? Asked Zachary. An experiment. Colton pulls the arrow out of bitter number 1's head. Let's find Doom, said Colton. All 8 walking away. Bitter number 1's head heals, then snarls. More bitters appear. Where's Doom? Asked Laura. I told you, and quat. He left, and quat, said Shannon. If he left, then why would a teacher need a tracker? Asked Colton, holding a device. Why didn't you say before? Asked Brian. I found it in Mr. Fieldson's lab coat. Now we can find Doom, said Colton. It says Doom's northeast, said Brian. snarling behind all 8 of them. Mason turns around. Bitters appear. "We have a problem," said Mason. All 7 turn around, then see the biters. The bitters jump at all 8 of them. An arrow goes into bitter number 1 again. All 4 kids step backwards. Bitter number 2 snarls. Mason swings his machete. Bitter number 2's head splits, then its body falls onto the ground. "There's too many," said Colton. "Retreat into the woods," said Brian. All 8 start running into the woods. Bitters chasing all 8 of them. Footsteps running. Bitters stop, look around, then continue running. All 8 appear from the bushes. "Now to find Doom," said Colton. Shannon struggles with her crossbow. Colton approaches Shannon. "I can't get this," said Shannon. Colton lowers his bow and arrow. "Let's trade. This one's easier," said Colton. "Thanks." Shannon grabs the bow and arrow. "I guess I should call you Uncle," said Shannon. "If people," said Colton, being tackled. Bitter number 1 snarls. Tentacles come out of butter number 1's mouth. Colton struggling. "Stay still," said Laura. Shannon raises the bow and arrow. "I hope I don't miss," said Shannon. An arrow goes into bitter number 1's back. Bitter number 1 snarls. Brian hits bitter number 1 with his sniper rifle. "Tie it up," said Brian. Bitter number 1 squirming. "What is that?" asked Madison. "I could examine it," said Zachary. "You're a doctor?" asked Laura. "I'm starting a class. But it's a slow process," said Zachary. "Then let's find out what this is," said Brian. "Let's get back to the lab," said Colton. Footsteps are walking. The laboratory door opens. Biter number 1 snarling. "Hand me the scalpel," said Zachary. The scalpel cuts bitter number 1's throat. "Why'd you do that?" asked Mason. "I don't want him to watch," said Zachary. "Just do it," said Colton. Zachary raises the scalpel. Bitter number 1's throat heals, then snarls. All 8 stepping backwards. "It's alive," said Madison. "Just do it already," said Colton. Zachary cuts open bitter number 1. Both Madison and Shannon step backwards. "Well, everything's intact. Heart, lungs, organs," said Zachary. "It's human with the flu," said Mason. "Wait. It looks like there's a nest," said Zachary. All 8 look closer. A nest appears. "What is that?" asked Laura. Zachary pulls onto the nest. "It's stuck," said Zachary. Colton grabs the scalpel. "Move," said Colton. Bitter number 1 snarls. Colton cuts out the nest. Bitter number 1 stops moving. "It's dead," said Zachary. "It's that thing that keeps them alive," said Brian. "But it's a nest. I wonder what's inside," asked Zachary. Colton places the nest onto a table. Zachary grabs the scalpel. The scalpel cuts the nest open. Spiders appear crawling out of the nest. "Spiders inside people," said Shannon. "It's Doom's army. He's made an army of these things," said Colton. "How do you know?" asked Bruce. "Before we were turned into statues. I remember seeing pictures of the nests. Human organs." Colton has a flashback. "Us. He was gonna use us," said Colton. "But he couldn't. Because we were statues," said Laura. Colton growls, grabs the crossbow, then walks away. "Colton," said Brian, Bruce, and Laura. "We need to find Doom, so I can stick this up his ass," said Colton. All 7 following Colton. "Where's Doom?" asked Laura. Colton looks at the device. Through those woods we passed, said Colton. All 8 are walking. More woods appear. All. Right, I'll be first. Colton, last. We'll know if something is up, said Brian. Footsteps walking. What do we do when we find Doom? Asked Madison. Kill him, said Colton. Why? He didn't do anything. Wrong, said Shannon. Colton turns towards Shannon. Didn't do anything wrong. He did something to us, said Colton. Don't, Colton, said Bruce. She shouldn't have said anything, said Colton. A twig snaps. Both Brian and Colton raise their weapons. Go see what it is, said Brian. Colton slowly walks, then sees nothing. It's nothing, said Colton. All 8 continue walking. We've been walking forever. Can we stop? Asked Madison. All 8 stopping. Colton looks, then walks away. Tree. Branches move. A house appears. Dear God. Guys, said Colton. All 7 approaching, then see the house. What is this place? Asked Mason. Our old house, said Brian. All 8 are walking towards the house. A garden appears. Colton walking, then stops. No, 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 it didn't happen, said Colton, dropping the crossbow. All 7 are approaching. What happened? Asked Shannon. Colton points. All 7 see a tombstone. And quote. Here lies Lisa M. Dennis and Kevin L. Dennis, and quote, said Mason. Who are they? Asked Madison. Your grandparents, said Bruce. Lord Doom did this, said Colton. I'm gonna go inside, said Madison. All 7 are walking into the house. Colton kneeling next to the tombstone. He's been out there for 20 minutes, said Shannon. They were close, said Laura. I'm gonna check upstairs. Be careful, said Zachary. Footsteps are walking. Brian looking around, sees a hole in the wall, then Colton kneeling on the ground. Trotting sound in the distance. Brian looks up. Then sees people on horses approaching. Colton, said Brian. Colton looks up at Brian. Brian points. Colton turns around, sees the horses approaching, then quickly runs towards the house. All 6 are running outside. Hurry, Colton, said Bruce. The back door shuts. Get ready for a battle, said Colton. Guns are cocking. The horses stop trotting. Get out here, said Luke Fees appearing. Brian looks, then sees the riders. Colton whistles. Brian looks at Colton. How many? Asked Colton. 2. Many, said Brian. Any exits? Asked Colton. The front, said Brian. Colton points to the front door. The front door slowly opens. Laura peeks out. Clear, said Laura. Colton whistles again. A gun fires. All 8 ducking. Mason gets shot in his shoulder. Keep pressure, said Bruce. Colton runs upstairs, into a bedroom, opens the bedroom window, crawls onto the roof, then sees number 4. The crossbow fires. An arrow goes into number 4's head. Guns continuously firing. The bullets are hitting the roof. The support beams are breaking. The roof collapses. Colton tumbles onto the ground. The crossbow slides. Guns cocking. Colton raises his hands. We have your friend. All 7 peek out the window. Either get out here, or this man dies, said Luke. What should we do? Asked Laura. Give ourselves up, said Madison. Like hell, said Bruce. You've got 10 seconds, said Luke. You're not gonna win. Lord Doom will die, said Brian. The riders staring at each other in confusion. Lord Doom, We're gonna kill him, said Luke. I'm coming up, said Brian. Slowly. Brian appears at the window. Show the others too, said Luke. All 6 stand up. The riders are gasping in shock. It's the prophecy. All 4, said rider number 5. It's true. Let them come out. Lower your weapons, said Luke. Colton grabs the crossbow. All 7 are approaching. Who are you? Asked Brian. I'm Luke Fees. We have a village. Please follow, said Luke. So, you're not Doom's henchman? Asked Brian. No, Doom killed my family. Since then, I've been planning my revenge, said Luke. Doom turned us 4 into statues. We've been after him since, forever, said Brian. You're the missing statues, said Luke. I think this is great, but I think we need to find Doom, said Colton. We need to rest, said Laura. I don't need rest. I need to show Doom where this belongs, said Colton. She's right. Rest then we search for Doom. Don't worry, we'll find him, said Brian. Colton scoffs. If you're done fighting, welcome to our village, said Luke. All 8 see a village. People and animals appear walking around. Part 4. Footsteps are walking. The horses are snorting. Please, this way, said Luke. A hut door shuts. Luke walks around the table. We're really glad for your help, said Brian. No problem. Sleep. I'll let you be, said Luke, walking out of the hut. Colton looks at a map on the wall, grabs, then folds it. What do you have? Asked Mason. Nothing. Let's get some sleep, said Colton. All 7 appear sleeping. Colton sits up. The hut door opens then shuts. Footsteps are walking, knocking on another hut door. The hut door opens. May I help you? Asked woman number 2. Is Luke here? Asked Colton. Luke appears. Please come in, said Luke. Colton walks inside the hut, then sits down. Where's Doom? I know, you know where he is, said Colton. I don't know, said Luke. Colton pulls out the map. Show me where, said Colton. Luke grabs the map, then circles a spot. He's there, said Luke. Any way inside? Asked Colton. No, I've tried, asked Luke. How far? Asked Colton. A few miles east, northeast, said Luke. How many men? Asked Colton. None, it's all bitters, said Luke. Bitters? Asked Colton. Humans with tentacle mouths, said Luke. Those things. How many? Asked Colton. Hundreds, said Luke. Colton stands up, then grabs the map. Thanks, said Colton. You won't kill him by yourself, said Luke. I'll get him, and when I do, I'll feel better, said Colton. The hut door opens. Hey, good luck, said Luke. I don't believe in luck, said Colton. Footsteps are walking. Colton looks around. The bushes are rustling. Footsteps approaching. Colton peeks out of the bushes. Bitters appear, then continue walking past. Colton jumps down, then follows behind the bitters. A castle appears. Colton kneels onto the ground. People are talking in the distance. Colton climbs up a tree, then sees a branch. The branch reaches towards the roof of the castle. Colton smiles, then slowly walks across the branch. Talking in the distance continues. Colton looks, then sees Bitters on the roof. A fist hits the table. Why didn't you stop him? Asked Laura. If I didn't tell him, he would have killed me, said Luke. Get your weapons. We're gonna find him, said Brian. I'd let him go. He's an idiot to go alone, said Luke. All three look at Luke. Listen, if you're afraid, that's fine. No one's asking you to come, said Brian. You're all nuts. You might die, said Luke. Listen, our brother's alone. He could handle himself for a while. So, either come or jam something into your ass, said Bruce. All three walking outside. If you change your mind, you know where to find us, said Brian. Just bring him back alive, said Luke. We will, if we don't make it back. It was nice knowing you, said Brian, raising his right hand. Luke shakes Brian's right hand. Let's go, said Bruce. All three are walking. All four kids appear. We're coming too, said Zachary. No, said Brian. You'll need help. That's what we are, said Zachary. It would be good for us, said Laura. All right, stay behind us, said Brian. Colton slowly walking. Bitter's looking at the woods. Colton walks towards the roof door. The roar opens then shuts. Bitter number 3 looks then snarls. Colton walks down the hallway. People talking in the distance. Colton looks into the mirror in the room, then sees Lord Doom's reflection. Doom, whispered Colton. The sound of a door closing. Down the hallway. Colton looks down the hallway. Bitter number 3 looks down the hallway, then sees nothing. Colton appears hiding behind the door. Bitter number 3 shuts the door. Colton jams an arrow into Bitter number 3's stomach. The arrow goes into the nest. Bitter number 3 falls onto the floor. Colton sighs. Laughter behind Colton. Colton turns around. Lord Doom punches Colton. Footsteps are approaching. I don't see a way inside, said Laura. Brian sees the branch. Up there, said Brian. All of us won't make it, said Laura. We'll be spotted, said Madison. I'll go and find him, said Bruce. Go, Will. Keep watch, said Brian. Trotting sound in the distance. All 7 look. The villagers appear. We are here to help, said Luke. Thank you, said Brian. Bruce starts climbing up the tree. Both Lord Doom and Ryder chain Colton. Well, and Quat, the archer, and Quat has come. You failed again. So, how'd you get out? Asked Lord Doom. They said, and Quat, to give you an arrow, and Quat, said Colton. What should we do with you? Asked Lord Doom. If you give me my crossbow, I'll show you what I can do, said Colton. Bitters are walking. The horses are trotting towards the castle. And Quat, charge, and Quat, yelled Luke. Both the Bitters and the group are running at each other, yelling outside. Both Lord Doom and Ryder look out the castle window. They're here. Watch him, said Lord Doom. My pleasure, said Ryder. Bruce gets to the roof. Bitters appear. Bruce pulls out his machete. Let's rumble, said Bruce, swinging the machete. Ryder looking at the crossbow. You know, I thought you had a bow, said Ryder. I did. Gave it to a relative, said Colton. Shannon raises the bow and arrow. I hope this works, said Shannon, firing an arrow. The arrow ricochets. Ryder points the crossbow at Colton. I never fired a crossbow before, said Ryder, gasping, then looks down. The arrow appears in Ryder's chest. Ryder collapses onto the floor. I told you I gave it to a relative, said Colton. Bitter number 4 snarls. Colton sighs. Madison falls. Bitter number 5 snarls. A katana goes through bitter number 5, then splits the nest in half. I got your back, said Zachary. The ground starts rumbling. Lord Doom appears on a machine. It's time to die, said Lord Doom. The machine starts powering up. Colton kicks bitter number 4. Bitter number 4 goes into the machete. "Get me out of here," said Colton. The machete cuts the chains. Colton grabs the crossbow. The ground starts rumbling. Both Bruce and Colton run onto the roof then. "See the machine? Fall back," said Luke. A beam hitting the riders. The riders are catching on fire. All 7 are ducking behind the trees. "We need to destroy that machine," said Brian. Colton whistles. All 7 look. Colton does sign language. Brian nods his head. "What does that mean?" asked Luke. "Just stay down," said Brian, setting up the sniper rifle. Both Bruce and Colton nod their heads. The crossbow being loaded. Bruce sees Lord Doom. "A couple of centimeters to your left," said Bruce. "I hope this works," said Colton. "Go," said Bruce. Colton walks out, then whistles. Lord Doom looks at Colton. "Either get down and surrender, or I'll take this arrow," said Colton, getting shot in his leg. Lord Doom laughs, then gets off the machine. "You've lost again." Lord Doom raises the gun. Colton smiles. "Why you smiling?" asked Lord Doom. "Because it's time for you to die," said Colton. The sniper rifle cocks, then fires. Lord Doom falls onto the roof. "Ow," said Lord Doom. Bruce runs towards the machine. "Colton, the machine," said Bruce. Both Bruce and Colton run towards the machine. Buttons continuously being pressed. "Is it working?" asked Colton. "I'm trying," said Bruce. All 7 look up. "And quat, turn off the machine, and quat," yelled Brian. "And quat, I'm trying, and quat," yelled Bruce. Colton looks to his right. Lord Doom is gone. "Doom's gone," said Colton. "Find him," said Bruce. Lord Doom appears limping. A door opens, then gets locked. "The book. Find the book." Colton stops, then looks at the door. The book pages are flipping. "Where is it?" asked Lord Doom. Banging on door. Lord Doom continues flipping through the pages. Buttons continue being pressed. "I've got it," said Bruce, snarling behind Bruce. Bruce turns around. Bitter number 6 appears, then runs towards Bruce. Banging on door continues. Lord Doom stops. "Yes, time's up," said Lord Doom. A figure crawls through the window behind Lord Doom. Lord Doom starts speaking a different language. The crossbow fires. An arrow hits the book. Lord Doom turns around, then sees Colton. "Hello. You don't mind if I used your window?" asked Colton. Lord Doom pulls out a sword. Colton reloads the crossbow. Lord Doom swings the sword. The crossbow blocks the sword. Colton head butts Lord Doom. Lord Doom punches Colton. Colton falls onto the floor. Lord Doom lowers the sword to Colton. "Kill me, Doom," said Colton. "That's the plan," said Lord Doom, swinging the sword. Colton grabs the crossbow, then blocks the sword. "Doom, I forgot to tell you. I brought backup," said Colton, firing the crossbow. The arrow ricochets, then breaks the lock on the door. The door opens. All 7 appear. Lord Doom raises the sword. An arrow goes into Lord Doom's back. Lord Doom turns around. Mason's machete goes through Lord Doom's stomach. The sniper rifle fires. Lord Doom coughs up blood. "You bastards. I'll see you all in hell," said Lord Doom, falling onto his knees. Zachary swings his katana. The katana decapitates Lord Doom. "Hey, where's Bruce?" asked Laura. All 8 up a staircase. The roof door opens. Bruce appears laying on the roof. "Bruce," said all 8 of them. Bruce gets rolled onto his back, then breathes heavily. I need a vacation, said Bruce. Did you turn off the machine? Asked Brian. Push the green button, said Bruce. All 9 approaching the machine. Do the honors, kids, said Brian. All 4 smiling, then push the button. A light shining, footsteps approaching. I'm gonna miss you, said Bruce. Why can't you 3 stay? Asked Shannon. It's time for us to move on. We've helped and won, said Colton. Please stay, said Zachary. Bye, said Laura, hugging all 4 of them. Colton approaches Luke. I hear you need an archer. I'm free, said Colton. The more the merrier, said Luke. Uncle, goodbye, said Shannon. Do you remember what I used to call you for? If you don't, I made these for you, said Colton, handing medallions. All 4 looking at their medallions. Mine's a princess, said Madison. I've got a superhero, said Zachary. Scooby-Doo, said Mason. It's a man eating meat, said Shannon. A man eating someone's foot, and quat, cannibal, and quat, said Colton. All 4 are hugging Colton. All 4 of you be good, said Bruce. And listen to your father, said Laura. And never forget us, because we'll never forget about you, said Colton. The horses snorting then trot away. All 5 are watching. The horses stop in the distance. All 3 are waving. The horses trot away. Will we ever see them again? Asked Madison. I know we will, said Brian. All 5 smiling then walk inside the house. The end.